Order up. All right, are you going to finish that? No, I know you just got it, but I want to plan for the future. Okay, I know you don't know yet. All right, enjoy. Hey, have we met before? Have we met in the future? Have we said goodbye? Yeah, hey everybody, welcome to the Hole in the Pen Cap. I'm Reier cameraman, comedian. Yes. Owner of shorts. We're doing it again. We're doing the shorts. Is it too much? I always worry about the coloration, I think, of my joints. Is that normal, or is that just me? Coloration is also a funny way to refer to yourself, as in terms of body coloration. It sounds like animation, so it's welcome back. It's episode 21. Hey, we're legal. Going out to the bar, just taking a podcast out to a bar. Going, hey, what do you want to get? No, I know you can't physically. Do you want to listen to a podcast about wine? Would you like to do that? You ever feel like you sound like I hope I don't sound dry mouth. I don't think so, but I woke up recently and I had last night was wild. It was very strange. And I stayed up really late, and I've been staying up late, but I was very tired. So like when you stay up late and you're tired, then it's just different than, clearly different than staying up when you're not tired, because you don't really want to be up. But no, but I got in my car. I was pulling into a parking lot last night, and my car got hit by another car that was just backed up into me, and it was pretty bad. It looks pretty bad. And we're gonna see. So I have to call the insurance company, and I don't really know. It kind of freaks me out, like the idea of calling. Because they always make you climb through hoops. Is that what they say? They crawl through hoops. No, I don't think it's that. Always make you crawl through hoops. I guess hula hoops, but why would you crawl through basketball hoops? Climb through hoops. Yeah, that would be weird, wouldn't it? If you were just kind of, how would you even crawl? I mean, if they were laying down on the ground and the basketball thing was on its side, maybe. But yeah, so that'll be a little. That'll be something I have to learn. I gotta call them, and I don't know. That stuff makes me kind of nervous. All the adulting type stuff, but you got to do it right. It's tomorrow's my 24th birthday, so it is good. I am an adult. I gotta not be anxious about calling insurance, because I think that's what they're there for. So I got to go to the DMV tomorrow to renew. I know I put it off a while. I just kind of put it off. I didn't turn it on. It wasn't attracted to me, It said, hey, we're here to give your license. We're not ready for a serious relationship. And I said, it doesn't have to be serious. God, you're always so serious. And so I got to go do that. That'll be fun. Right? Positive mind. My dad's been telling me to watch these positive affirmation or listen to these positive affirmation podcasts. And I would like to, yes. I haven't gotten to it yet. I mean, I have in the past. But you ever get, I guess, the idea of listening to people be so positive without knowing you. I think I have talked about this before, though. It's like, you don't know me. You don't know that I can do it. I need it to be real. I need you to take into account all the factors, right? When you're giving me positive affirmations. I need you to go, oh yeah, this is, you're you're more than capable of some things, right? But not of all. And then name the specific things I'm more than capable of, like opening cans most of the time, unless my hands hurt or something. But it took me a long time to start this episode. I couldn't think of a way I wanted to start. And I guess I've just been stressed this week. Honestly, I mean, it's just been a lot going on, and it's also good. Just a lot of life changes, and I think in comedy too, and I worked a bunch. I worked slightly over 40 hours, which I wasn't supposed to go over, but I didn't mean to. I just thought I just did the math wrong. They don't like when you go, or any jobs really, when you go over, because then once you get into overtime, they have to pay you a lot more. Or not a lot. I guess it is kind of a lot more. I don't know. Dependent on how you see that, but last night was very strange. I was sitting in my room, and I had the door open, and my roommate came out to the kitchen, and she was wearing a bumblebee costume, and I immediately laughed. I thought that was very funny. It was very funny, and she because she didn't know I was there, so the bumblebee costume was going to happen either way. It wasn't like intentional for me to laugh. It would have just gone to the void, It would have just hit the air and stayed stagnant, Nobody. It is funny when you do a strange thing and it's not for anybody to laugh. It's not meant to be funny necessarily, but I think for her it was. For someone else, it's like a friend. Like a friend. We're all friends, aren't we? No, I am friends with my roommate. I like them. They're great. It's good to have good roommates, that you can joke around with. And we were doing that last night because there was our neighbors got this bus, and it's like the longest bus I've ever. I mean, it's a giant bus, and it's apparently last night, and then the night before last night, 2 nights ago, and last night, they spent like hours going back and forth, like starting and stopping the bus. I didn't hear it. I think it's like just not it's not outside my window. Right, it's not nighttime. Yeah, it's daytime. That's when I sleep. I don't know. Everybody sleeps during the night. It's crazy too. It seems like you're sleeping a lot when you sleep during the day, doesn't it? Even if it's like the same amount of hours as the night. Because then people are awake to notice it, I think. I'm sorry that took a long time. It'd be so great to have a water fountain with different things in it. I know I'm sure that's a thought shared with a lot of people, but to just have like a food in a water fountain that'd be really gross. But yeah, they never have like food fountains. I mean, unless like a chocolate fountain, but I think I want a fountain with something solid. And you'd say, Reier, how is that even? Yeah, I just come up with the ideas. I don't do the logistics. Sometimes I do, but then the math is all wrong, and you go, Reier, I was looking at this algebra equation, and you didn't solve for X, you solved for R, and I say, I know that's the letter of my name, and you go, yeah, but there's no R in there, and I go, yeah, but there's some R in here. Yeah, my name's Reier. And yeah, I've been thinking about, I don't know if I've talked about this on here yet, but I do want to change my name legally, I think, to make Reier my first, because Reier's my middle name, to make Reier my first name. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to, like, I want to take out my first name, and I don't know if I should come up with a middle name, or if I should just be a two name, or, there's a lot of people. I think there's a lot of countries that only do two names, right? And the middle name does seem kind of unnecessary. It's like, unless I suppose you have a really common name. And then yes, probably a middle name would make sense, but yeah, it's interesting. I do want to do that, but I'm gonna think about it for a long time before I make a decision of adding a name or anything like that, I think, for sure. But but no, there was this bus, and it was going back and forth, and I walked out to go to the bathroom, and my roommate in the bumblebee costume was looking out the window, and I looked over and I was like, what's going on? And she told me about the bus, and I was like, oh, really? That's crazy. And then we were watching, and so much unfolded, right? Just like a little accordion just falling into the abyss. Just, if that makes any, I don't think that makes any sense. Makes no quarters. That's not the only kind of sense, Rhino. Ride. River. Dehydrated. Shout out to Yonder. He came out, my coworker, my friend, Yonder Wizard. He's got a lot of great rye names. I definitely spend too much time not dwelling. I think dwelling's the wrong word. It is an interesting word though, because dwelling is also what you could call like somewhere where someone lives, right? Yeah, because that's where they dwell. My clothes I have clothes in a bucket, not in a bucket. Bucket's the wrong word. In a laundry basket in my car, and they're wet, kind of, from the washing machine, not from like rain, I suppose, or maybe kind of liquid ideas or anything like that. But but they're in there, and it's sitting out. They're sitting in my car because I woke up. I always wake up late, in the sense that, like, I'm very bad at motivating myself to get up before it is absolutely, I have to, which is not a great, waking up is just so, is that something waking up is hard to do? Or no, breaking up is hard? I don't know if that's a thing, but yeah, no, it depends. But yeah, I would say I go through, different phases, Phase, it just sounds like a different word. It doesn't sound like the word. Phase should start with an F, I feel like. Because an F is like it's a sharp letter, where a PH is not. I feel like a PH is, it's crazy that sounds like that even, because it contradicts everything you know about the P, right? So that sounded weird. Everything you know about P is wrong. It's not like that. But no, this episode might be a little shorter, because I think I already said that, but it took me a while to get started today. Some days I don't feel maybe as creative as other days, or it just takes me some time to ramp up, and I don't know, I think I've just been kind of stressed too. I feel tense, like my back, and I don't know. I don't think I would go get a massage though, because I think that would also make me tense. I think that I would be stressed about that. And I would just kind of keep getting more tense, and they'd go, hey, well, what's wrong? And I'd go, I don't know. I'm just worried about this whole thing. I don't know. It would just, just getting stressed in non-stressful situations is kind of funny, but I suppose also sad. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, we did. So me and my roommate were out there, and we were watching the bus. And then apparently there was also there was a car also that was turning on and off. And then there was a motorcycle turning on and off. And we were kind of trying to come up with possible reasons this was happening. And it was the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. And I was trying to find a logical reason that they could be doing this. And I was like, I guess maybe they're, I don't know, maybe in a film or something where they have to, and maybe they're filming it. And she was, no, that's crazy. And it's, yeah, that is crazy. And then my other roommate came out because we were talking. And also she said she kind of woke up from the bus and she kind of, I don't know. So I guess we weren't helping. But yeah, it was just really weird. It just kept, and then there was they left in kind of like this motorcade where it was the car in the front with the headlights off, the bus in the middle, and it's a long bus. I mean, it was wild. It's like it's something that you don't see in somebody's in front of somebody's house. It would be just kind of parking like one of those double-decker buses, like in your backyard. It'd be like, well, that's weird. You have one. I'd be like, what? I'm allowed to. There's probably a lot of types of vehicles that you're allowed to have. It's just strange to have, right? Like what do you? Anything that flies, probably, except for maybe a kite. But I don't know how well you could ride on that. Ride in, what's it? Oh, stop and ride. That's what I think I'm thinking. What's in my head? It's like in cities where they have trains and in really good public transportation, they'll have stop and rides, I think, where you just park or park and ride. Be interesting to have that for, I guess, maybe more emotional things, right? Like you could park your car and you get out and you're not really going anywhere, but maybe you're I guess that is kind of the definition of really anything like with a parking lot. You park and then you go in and then you come out a whole new person. No, you're the same. You're always the same. You've been the same since the dawn of time. I don't know. I think I'd change. I think we're all kind of evolving, but not in the way of evolution, It would be evolving. It's an interesting theory. I mean, I think obviously I believe in it, but the finding that out, science is a beautiful thing. The fact that you can figure out these things that happened way before we were here. And have confidence in it, Like the guy that figured out the dinosaurs, I would have thought I was crazy. Not crazy, but I would have, wow. I mean, I don't think I would have even thought it was weird. But yeah, this is cool. It's like a stick or something. I would have thought of it as, sometimes you come across big sticks that are white and look like, I don't know. I would come up with some reason. I would just ignore it. Go, well, that's nice. But it would be this major scientific, what's the word? Feat. It's weird that we say it like feat. And when that feat means a big accomplishment or some big milestone. But I suppose having feet is kind of a feat, isn't it? Not everybody has them. So you got to be grateful. It's good to, I don't know. You don't think about the things you don't have until you see people that don't have them. And then you're like, well, again, it's really good I have all my fingers. Because that would be hard to not have all your fingers, I think. What would be the least important finger? I don't know. They all seem to kind of have a purpose. Maybe the pinky? I don't know. I feel like that's the underdog. The pinky. The underdog is an interesting one, too. Underdog. Sorry, I hope this is fun content. Yeah, I've just been, I don't know, a little tired today, but it's going to be a good day. I'm very excited. I'm filming a promo for, I'm headlining a show in Janesville, Wisconsin, on February 13th. So we're filming a promo for that tonight, with a few of my friends. And it's going to be fun. That, and then last night I played a poker game. And I have before, but never finished one because I've never really understood how to play. But it was so much easier than I thought. And I had a good time. I made money. Just I made so I bet 50 and then I made like 57. And I'm not a gambler. I don't gamble. It's not enjoyable to me typically. But it was for a video, for a man-made episode that it's going to come out in a little bit. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think it's maybe. But then I thought I was kind of on a luck streak, and then I pulled into a coffee shop parking lot and got hit by a car. So, whatever comes up must get hit in a parking lot. Whatever goes up must get hit, in a 24-hour coffee shop at midnight. I don't think it was that. Yeah, it was around midnight. Just the start of the day, just getting it going, just getting hit by a car real fast. She was nice, though. It's good to, they just kind of make it, honestly, we kind of became friends. And so that's, if that's what has to happen for a lifelong friendship, hey, judge me all you want. Not all you want. Do it just a little bit, because I'm sensitive. I don't know. I think I'm becoming I'm definitely becoming more confident in myself and my choices and everything, as I go on. And I don't know. Transitioning's been interesting in many ways. I mean, it's just, it's hard, but I'm happy with how it's going, for sure. It's just, I don't know. I just think it's such a long process too, that I think the longer it goes on, the more I realize just the length of it, right? Maybe it's your whole life. I guess it never, I suppose the first few years of major changes, and then you just, I don't know, I am happy. I think it's doing anything you've never done before is scary. But I don't know, I'm feeling a lot more confident in myself. And kind of, I don't know, standing up to people in a sense, but just not letting people push me around too. I think it's interesting how accepting yourself makes you so much more confident in yourself, right? Because you go, well, I have accepted it, so you should too. I don't know. I guess some people would say, oh, you're by transitioning, you're not accepting yourself. And I would say, well, I think this is the first time I've ever actually let myself be who I am, So take that how you will. Yeah, it's been good. I don't know. I've just been feeling pretty creative the last few nights, writing wise. I feel like writing's gotten better, but I don't know. Let me see if I can find something. Saturday, talk amongst yourselves. It would be funny to have people that are, like in video games, like Call of Duty or something. You have on a headset and you talk. Well, it'd be funny if you just talk. You could talk during a podcast, but that would be kind of counterintuitive because, in a video game you can still watch it, but in a podcast, it really is an auditory experience. I like that. That sounds like it'd be funny to go to a movie theater just to listen to it, like everybody, not just like a blind. I guess maybe there's blind movie theaters that would. I don't think that's a thing, but it should be. I don't see why it shouldn't be, I think that would just be a normal movie theater that a blind person goes to. Is like a blind movie theater. But you don't know. I don't know. I'm just feeling good. I just am starting the day still, and I feel like I'm getting my mind going. We wanted to try and shoot these at night, but it just didn't work because I shoot at Creek in the Cave Comedy Club, and it's just at night there's open mics, and so it's so loud. I just can't do it. But I don't know. I mean, I do like doing it. I think it's good to kind of make yourself talk through things too. And I think in the beginning it was really hard for me to accept that I was saying things that weren't funny, because it's long form. So it's kind of just a journal entry in some ways, in a lot of ways actually. So, wait, what was I? Where was I going? Yeah. So, it was hard for me to keep going if I didn't think what I was saying was funny. But now I think maybe that's not a great thing, to be like, well, it doesn't. Just go breathe and it'll be fine. Just go out there and clap your hands to different syllables and words. Did you do that in school? You'd be like, tree house. When you were learning syllables. Cucumber. I always had fun with that. I think I probably got too into that as a child. Be like, I don't think we'd used Adderall as one. I was trying to think of a longer word. Antenna. No, I don't think it would be 4. I think it would be 3. Antennas. Yeah, I don't know. That's the tricky part too, is there's some places where you could kind of maybe confuse the syllables. And it's good that I'm not a teacher, I think. I don't know. I do love kids though. I don't know. I decided I don't want to have my own kids biologically. That's what I've decided. But I do want to adopt, I think I decided that a long time ago too, but I do want to adopt if it's ever feasible, if it's ever something I can do. Which I don't know. Adoption is such a beautiful thing. I know we have more to talk about. If you guys want to leave any questions on the sidewalk or in the mailbox, and I'll just come by with my mail bag, and I'll pick up your questions. Or if you want to put them in the comments, that honestly might be easier. It might be. I'm curious what other people want me to talk about, because I don't know. I feel like a lot of weeks I do come into it with a lot to talk, but then sometimes I just don't really have much. And that's okay, Rhino. Rise. Oh, sunrise. I like that. That could be something. Sunrise. Yeah, I've noticed sometimes I'll go into sets and I'll start it by calling myself a nickname, and people clearly don't know what my name is because they only heard it once from the last person. And a lot of times people are clapping while they say the name, so they don't even really hear your name. And so they're like, well, what? What do rhinos have to do with this? It's funny to be mad. What does that have to do? None of this is related. Yeah, it's not going to be. There's no segues. This isn't a mall, and nobody's getting on a little scooter. It's a segue, right? There's no bridges. I want to bridge the gap. How about we gap the bridge? How about we cut into the bridge and we make it so it's really not a bridge anymore? Because in order for it to be a bridge, there really cannot be a giant gap, or really any gap, right? I guess really, really, really tiny ones where they're still connected. But have you ever seen those videos where it's in China and they have that bridge that's made out of glass that they walk on, and then and it'll there's electronics in it so that it looks like it's cracking and people freak out? I think that would maybe be fun, to just kind of the illusion of it all, because you're in your mind logically it's safe, right? Because they've just made it look unsafe. But then instinctually, you have to get scared because that's what your body, just in case it's not. I don't know. I think it'd be scary if you didn't get a little nervous. If you just assumed you were that comfortable with technology. I don't know. Technology, there's value in it, but it's also it's scary. AI and all the progressions and I guess I kind of understand where the Amish are coming from. Somewhat. I mean, not in some ways. I mean, the whole moving the shed thing is strange. I feel like don't they use like some of them use ride-on lawnmowers, right? I wonder if they have like podcasts. Like, what would the Amish version of a podcast be? Just kind of, it's supposed to just talking, but maybe also, because I don't think they have any type of electronics really, but maybe just kind of going out into a field and like yelling, and then other people are like behind a wall and they pretend that it's coming from a box or something. I don't know. I mean, I haven't thought about that, but the Amish are very interesting, aren't they? How do we get in? Oh yeah, there's value, I think, in not being fully reliant on technology. It's a scary thing. Because you never know when it's not going to work. Whereas with like humans, I feel like there's always going to be humans that work, right? There's some human somewhere can help you out, but I don't know. There's a bottle of apple juice over there. I wonder who it's for. But it's sitting next to a hot sauce and a Red Bull. So I feel like it can't be for food, the hot sauce, because it's sitting next to an apple juice and a Red Bull. It just seems kind of, or maybe it's a studio where other people do podcasts here, so maybe it's like some sort of challenge drink they do. I mean, I don't know why you could. There's really no rules to podcasting, I don't think, but except for consistency. If you keep putting something out, I hope my mouth isn't. Well, I hope it, like it's the dry mouth thing. I feel like maybe I'm in my head about that, but God, I love fluids. I wish I had just drinking water is always, that's whenever someone tells me they're sick at all in any way. I feel like my thing is, did you drink a bunch of water? And they're right. No, it's like a hereditary condition. I go, did you drink a Gatorade? I go, no, it's like multiple sclerosis. Oh, did you? Which is a horrible condition. I was trying to, and I'm so sorry. Well, any condition is not good, but that's a very sad one for sure. But we've got 2 minutes left. What do we want to end on? Ride the tide. Oh, Tide Pod, Rye-Pod, Tripod. Hey, we got one, and that's all that matters, right? See, what a cycle. It's hard to get yourself out of it. Well, I wonder what we could end on, but I don't think I've talked. Did I talk about the beard roller yet? I want to grow a beard. And I know you would say maybe, Reier, let's work on priorities, right? It wasn't very expensive. It was a few dollars, but it's just like this ointment, I think, that you put into your face and you roll it. And it's this little roller. And it kind of, while I was doing it, I was like, well, it kind of looks like a little painter maybe. A painter that kind of works on faces, and which you would say that's not a painter, and you say, yeah, probably not, but they're here. It is funny that you could probably just go into, if you bring the right equipment, you really don't have to be doing it on the right surface. You can just kind of say that you are doing that job. Like if I brought a hammer and I just started kind of hitting it on a ceiling fan, you'd be like, well, I guess you're a carpenter? And I'd go, I don't even know what that is. And you'd say, really? And I'd say, no, I do. I'm joking, but always joking, right? Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. This is you're in the right hands, right? The right time and the right place. Thank you so much for stopping by. This was the Hole in the Pen Cap. I'm Reier Cameraman. I'll see you next time. Bye.